Okay, morning everyone. Welcome to the briefing for Saturday, the 22nd of July. Well, not really feeling like July today. Looking at synoptic, we see a fairly colourful picture. This is the midday chart we've got on here, and well, two warm fronts over the country, and isobars getting quite close to each other. Going ahead to tonight, that sort of picture continues with lots of frontal activity and tightly spaced isobars. And tomorrow, potentially a more settled outlook. The secluded front centred up to the north of us, hopefully should leave us alone, but fairly close together isobars, not as bad as today, bringing in probably westerly winds. Going ahead to Monday, depends on the exact positioning of this secluded front here, but winds at least lightning. So hopefully we'll have some slightly more settled weather. There's a weather warning today for the airfield from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. and that's for strong winds, showing southwesterly winds averaging 15 to 20 knots and gusts of 25 to 30 knots are likely. So spot winds today, it's showing at flying height, pretty much down 2-3 at about 35 knots at flying height, so fairly brisk. And current sat pic, it's pretty hard to point out exactly where those fronts are, but it's showing a fairly cloudy outlook over the entire country. And looking at the rain radar, we see, well, we're in a clear area at the moment, but there's quite a lot to the north and to the west of us, and there is some scattered showers around at the moment. So looking at the rainfall forecast, going ahead over the next few hours, it looks like the main part of this rain is going to be getting to us about 11 o'clock, maybe 11:15. And once it's got here, that's pretty much the day written off. It's just rain all day. So your public forecast then is showing that rain from about 11, fairly heavy. They're saying greater than 95% chance all day, all the way until tomorrow morning, really. Otherwise, winds fairly brisk this morning, but more strong this afternoon. GFS is suggesting we'll get to about 15 or 16 degrees today, with dew points set at around 12, so they're quite close together. And that's the current view outside. It is currently flyable. This cloud probably about 1,000 feet, maybe a little bit higher, and pretty broken. Dew points currently set at 9 with a temperature of 12 degrees, so you've got about 3 degrees split there, so about 1,000 feet cloud base would make sense. And Farnborough, last observation was 36 minutes ago, actually a few clouds at 3,000, scattered clouds at 4,000, but their forecast is showing lots of tempos. We've got a prop 30 here for this morning for light rain, prop 30 for 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. of gusts up to 25 knots and clouds at 1,000 feet. And another tempo from 12 till 4 for broken clouds at 800 feet and rain, and a prop 40 for rain and heavy rain. So very much covering themselves there, but in general not looking like the best day. So your potential flight distance today is absolutely nothing. Essentially 50k if you're at the very eastern stretches of Kent apparently, but otherwise no chance. And top meteo is a bit more optimistic, I think, in terms of the weather this morning. If we look at 10 a.m, it's showing Lasham just on the edge of this area of slightly lower cloud and drizzle. And looking at 11, it's sort of starting to come over us. And it's not until 12 to 1 o'clock where it's really showing more rain in this area. But as I say, I think it's being a little bit optimistic there. No TAMs, there's nothing immediately in the Lasham area. No one's going to be going anywhere, so there's no point talking any further about that. So operationally, if we do go flying, it's going to be runway 23, fairly standard setup with the launch point there. South-southwesterly wind, so the wind will probably be offset a little bit somewhere like this. If anyone wants an aerotow for some reason, it will be from the western side of the runway as normal. So looking at the list, there's about 2 people booked in for the morning today. I would imagine you're in the clubhouse. I'll come and have a word with you, see if you want to go flying. We've probably got, by the time we get the gliders out, about an hour to play around with if you want some practice flying in strong winds. Otherwise, it looks like a good day for the simulator. We can get the UD up and practice some cross-country flying on there. So I'll see you either on the airfield or in the simulator. Bye for now.